This is the final stream for the ship project, and to sum it up, I'll give a little bit of a walkthrough of what it is, and then the final piece to add will be the nameplates I'll add to the front, which means this project is done. So what we'll do is take you through the ship. So the final ship is complete, so it's really looking what I wanted it to, with the water effect, the ship cutting through the water, and the style of the extra pieces I've added. The coloring's all coming nice. I decided not to paint the front statue person, the little dwarf guy. I think it looks really good with just the black, and if you're playing with it, you could on the tabletop you can make it whatever you want, so it's generic, neutral. The mast comes away, you can add effects to the game you're playing. The mast can come down, the sail can come on and off. You can angle it the way you want it for what you're doing. The ship's stationary. If it's in a battle, the mast could come down. A whole bunch of different scenarios you can do, and then you can pop it off the base, and you've got an extra level to combat in. So you have it sitting next to each other like this, and have people on deck and then people below deck. The water effect again is the boat pushing through the water, and I've angled and made that with texture paste, modelling paste, and that came out really well. And through the streams you would have seen me paint it up. It looked quite dull, like a very matte finish to it, but when I put the final coat of the Mod Podge across the water, that's given it that sort of watery, glossy look to it. The wood panellings come out really nicely. These are the coffee stir sticks or hot dog sticks. So that is wood, and I've just added some extra colouring, brown paint to it to bring it out, but it still kept the texture. So I'm really proud of the way it's come out. Basic underside. I think for some future projects I'll make some type of stamp for foam the ground up that I'll start by adding to this one, just to give it a name, give it a stamp of the channel and what I'm doing. And it's come together really nicely. What I'll do is this will be the final live stream, but I've got a little turntable, and I've got some a white screen, so I'm going to take a proper close-up pictures and put them on one little update video just for is these little name plates. I just cut out some wood coffee stir sticks, beveled the corners just a little bit, and the name of the ship is going to be the Billy of Tea from the Wellerman song. It's a song that I've found and my two little girls really like, so quite fitting that this ship is named the Billy of Tea. So I've got just a gold pen, and I hope that this will just work quite well on the black panel. So we'll see. There we go. So this is the final naming of the ship. So I'm going to have two, one on both sides, and this gold pen against the black is working really well. I'll hold a close up in a second. And this is essentially the finish, once these are glued on, of this project. So this has seen me through the year, as it turns out. So these little panels, hopefully we can see that in a second. These little panels will be the last thing added to this ship, and essentially naming the ship and finishing, wrapping up this project. So if it's going to line up, there we go. So Billy of Tea, that's the name of the ship, and we'll get the final little bit tacked on to the ship. See if this glue's still holding on. No. These little glue, you sort of got to open them and use them, otherwise they just seize up on you. They don't work. So I've got one more of the glues, which is the final glue. Make sure I get it on the right way. So one there. And one there. So that is the finish of the ship, the Billy of Tea. So that is this project done. So it's come from a plastic board game piece, tip the boat, I believe, where you place little characters, and the last person to put it on and then it falls over loses the game. Found this piece in a op shop, tip shop type thing, and saw that I could try and make it into a tabletop piece, and this is what I've come up with. This is what it's ended up with. So it's added some pieces, the back piece, the lanterns, some extra siding up the back, some magnets for the mast, some little details like the wheel and anchor, the rudder and the base plate, obviously with the water on it, and now officially the statue on the front, headpiece, which is a little dwarven Kings of War miniature that I've turned into the headpiece of the ship. And then finally the name of the ship, Billy of Tea. There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. So that is the ship completed. So thank you for taking the time to watch through this tricky process, from camera setup to figuring out where I do my crafting. It's helped me figure out some streaming on YouTube and how easy and tricky that can be. And the ultimate thing it's done is just kept that momentum going on a project and seen it through to completion. So this ship is completed. This project is completed, and it's given me a bunch of things to take away, a bunch of things to work on and maybe alter for the next time. I'm deciding whether the live streaming for this process is the way to go forward, or whether it's easier and more entertaining or easy to watch with little video updates rather than live streaming. I might do a combination of both, do a bit of streaming but also do the videos. The thing I sort of found out with this one was, as I was doing the live streaming, I was not taking individual pictures like I did my previous little videos on the channel with. So the progress updates are more the live stream videos and seeing how it evolves. So I think I'll find it trickier if I do try to do something. I'd need to pick little pieces out of each video to give you sort of like a one little video snapshot of what it looked like to what it looks like now. So working on that for the next one will be, next project will be how I capture it. So progress pictures, progress videos, or the live streaming, but or a combination of all of that. I haven't done for this project the video editing like I did my other videos on the channel, so I've sort of missed that. Like, I hadn't done that before, but I hadn't used it for this project. So going going forward, I think I will do a bit of that as well, just to help give some different content and different angles of what I'm doing. This setup, the camera down, with the lighting, I might evolve that, whether I get another camera and do a different angle as well. I'm not sure if that would work. This one has worked so far, but I think maybe the table's a bit big, so we'll see from there. But in terms of the ship, it has come to completion. So thank you very much for the time I've put in and you guys have watched. It's been really cool just to get this to this point and focused. So now I can sort of have a wee, obviously Christmas break, have a wee think about what's next. I've got a few ideas about sort of some more terrain pieces. The ship is a cool piece because it can be used across a lot of different scenarios, but I've also got the original bits I've done for the channel. Was the little gatehouse. So I've got some ideas about building on that, maybe some more of these little, this is just cardboard and printed gatehouse, which I then added some bits to. Got some ideas that I could follow on that chain. I've got the well that I created that also turns into a portal, or a fountain, or a statue. So that's like a centerpiece that you could have in amongst the buildings and bits and pieces. And that was really fun to make. So doing something to add to that, I've got some ideas I'm looking forward to. And then what's given me the water feature for the water effects for my boat was this project here, where I crafted this out of some air dry clay and a little miniature from BD&D Games here in Wellington, and made this little essential diorama for him. So adding to what I've got is what I want to do, and I think for the next one I need maybe just a little bit bigger, in the sense of these are small little things. You can add a whole bunch of little things around, but I've seen quite a few people do sort of like whole terrain pieces that you then add these on top of. So I could have some land with some features in it. So that's one of my ideas, but we'll think on that and see what the next project becomes and how it's delivered. So a little bit of a short stream for the final one. Some exciting ideas I've got to take the channel forward and to try and sort of build it up, grow it a little bit. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this project's finished and come along, and yeah, I look forward to getting a couple of more close-ups and pictures and little videos of it, and get them up on the channel as soon as I can, and with a link to my little Facebook group I've created, and see if we can grow from there. So thank you very much, and I look forward to giving you some more ideas from what I have in whatever form that may take. Have a great evening, everyone. Cheers.